What's going on, everybody? Alpha Caveira 237 in the house, back to you again with another video. And today I'm bringing my highly requested Caveira guide. So let's get into it. So as per usual, like most defenders with Cav, you have two primary weapons, the Spas 15 and the Beretta Model 12 submachine gun. Now, you guys are going to be very surprised to hear why I'm gonna recommend to you, but I actually recommend the shotgun. Honestly, guys, this is just, in my opinion, hands down the best shotgun in the game without question. It shoots at 300 rounds per minute, which makes it the second fastest firing shotgun in the game. It also reloads very quickly because of its magazine loader. It also has incredible range, especially pre-patch after the shotgun range just got nerfed quite hard. So yeah, it still holds up. It's god tier. You definitely want to be using this thing at least once with Cav. On my Spas 15, I like to run with the reflex sight and laser sight. And the reason why I like to run with the reflex sight is because it just works for me the best. I've gotten the most kills with it that way. I've tried all three, and I gotta say, the hollow sight is really clunky. And the red dot sight just looks really goofy for me on the gun. The reflex to me is just perfect. However, just use whatever you feel like you'll get the most kills with, or the one you'll get most kills with, because honestly, all of the sights will work, even the iron sights. I also use the laser sight on it because it really helps improve the hipfire accuracy of this shotgun. And with shotguns, you need to be in knife fighting distance in order to be extremely effective with them, so putting on a laser won't really matter. As for the Beretta Model 12, you actually have a lot of options, and all of them are actually pretty good. If you like to burst fire the Beretta Model 12 a lot, I'd recommend going with the flash hider because it reduces overall burst fire recoil and keeps you hidden through smoke grenades. And if you want to reduce your first shot recoil and then compensate the recoil by pulling down on your joystick or mouse, I'd recommend using the muzzle brake. If you want to be as sneaky as possible and almost completely avoid detection, go with the suppressor. It's actually not that bad, especially if you aim for the head. And if you really want to extend the range of this weapon, the extended barrel is also a totally viable choice for me. And trust me when I say the extended barrel really increases the range of this weapon. Like, sometimes I don't even have to shoot people in the body at all. However, I care way too much about the Spas 15 to care about the Beretta Model 12. You only have one sidearm, and that's the Louison pistol. It's basically a Beretta 92 FS with a custom suppressor and a slide that will help chamber non-lethal rounds. Honestly, guys, this pistol is really tricky to use. However, if you get the hang of it, it's basically, you will really rely on it to extend your overall reach while using the shotgun. And if you get really good with it, then, well, you'll be one-shotting people at crazy ranges if you get good with it. However, there is only one attachment option for it, and that's the laser sight. Just don't use it. Seriously, it just makes me want to cringe whenever people use the laser sight on that thing, because it's totally worthless. However, there is something I will mention, and I'll get into the gameplay section of this video, and that's the skin that I'm rocking on Caveira's pistol. It's actually the Piranha skin. I believe it was exclusive for Season 3, Year 1. So I'm hoping that most of you guys have gotten it. However, if you haven't, I'm pretty sure it might appear in an alpha pack. So what I'm trying to get here is that the skins that you put on the Louison will, from my experience, significantly alter the resolution and overall cleanness of aiming down sight through its iron sights, which is really weird. And I'll definitely be getting into the gameplay section of the video. However, I'm just rambling on way too much about it. You only have two side gadgets, and that's the barbed wire or the impact grenades. Honestly, there's no reason with Cav not to run with the impact grenades. they will help you out so much. They can reduce the overall health of normal players and shield operators. You can flank quicker. You can help out your defenders on site construction. It's an extremely versatile gadget. The only reason I'd pick the barbed wire is for a very specific flank. However, most attackers will take it out anyway, especially after the barbed wire nerf. And to finish off the overview, Caveira has 1 armor and 3 speed, making her extremely fast, but not very tanky.
Caveira's 2 special abilities are the Silent Step and, as the Russian Badger once said,
for stabby McStabface interrogations.
To be as terse as possible, the Silent Step makes your screen turn into Hulk green. It does not make you move faster, and it automatically makes you switch to your Louis pistol without a reduction to your weapon draw sound cue. So just keep all those things in mind. Also, her interrogations come into play when either a teammate or you downs an enemy operator, and while yes, it takes 2.5 seconds to complete the animation, it reveals the real-time location of the enemy for 8 seconds! 8 seconds! There have been plenty of times where I've died while getting an interrogation off, and trust me when I say it is so worth it to have it happen, especially if you're coordinating with some teammates. It also tells you what operator the enemy has, so that helps out too. So with that out of the way, I know you guys have so many questions to ask me. How come you're so damn good with her? How come you're so precise with your Louis shooting? Is Caveira really any good in ranked? Will she become useless at an extremely high elo, let's say the Pro League? I will answer all of those questions in this video, as well as give you tips to ensure your lethality with this operator. Because trust me when I say that you can become the enemy team's worst nightmare if you put in the grind and frustration into her. Let's talk about the Louis pistol for a bit. I am not kidding when I say that the skin you choose on it will render your iron sight's visibility drastically. And that the color of your skin on your Louis will either make you play more or less effectively with it. Not just for precise shooting, but because if you have a super bright skin on it, like I see with most people, it will make it either harder or easier for the enemy to spot you. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Now you can see why I like the Piranha skin so much on this weapon, which is the one I rock so much. However, if you want to ensure maximum stealth with either your Blood Orchid default or Leopard camo, then go with the Black Universal skin. If we want the clearest iron sight rendering possible, use the Elven skin, which is like another one of those skins you got from the Skull Rain DLC. Like, just as a hint, most of the Skull Rain DLC skins actually work really well with this handgun, so that's something to keep in mind. As for how to properly shoot and maximize your effectiveness with the Louis pistol, it's simple. Get good, scrub, and aim for the noggin! Just kidding, just kidding. The saying is so hard to use, okay? It really is hard to use. If you don't aim for the head at ranges with this thing, it basically takes like, what, 10 shots in order to kill your target? It is agitating as hell. But that's how it is for just balancing reasons, and for realistic purposes, because let's be honest, you can't really kill somebody, snipe somebody with a handgun and expect to 3-shot them. Like, that's just not how it works. It is a precision weapon. Although you can spam this thing at 420 rounds per minute, it does have a lot of recoil compared to the other handguns in the game, as you saw in the comparison. So whenever a target comes close to you, just spam the hell out of the thing. And if you need to take a shot at something from further away, like let's say like 10, 15, 20 meters, line it up for a bit and aim for the head. Honestly, guys, there's not much else I could say about it other than the fact that it takes a lot of practice to use. However, if you get as good as I am with it, it's basically like having a super silent sniper and shotgun packed into one weapon. It's pretty insane. Now let's talk about Caveira herself and her true role to the team. She is all about burning holes in the enemy team's plan, not to be a detriment to your team by dying straight away. She is not Jaeger at all, where she can roam and take on fights easily. She is the assassin, the infiltrator, the deadliest flanker of them all, and is supposed to waste a lot of crucial time for the attackers without her dying. She isn't going to be very good with the player that plays carefree, likes to be unbound, relentless, and is always going for those early kills. No. She is all about making the right decisions, being methodical, and being extremely patient. I see way too many people just pick her up, or only to play a very similarly to Bandit, Jaeger, Pulse. She's very different from all those operators, and in general, many other operators in the game. And that's why so many people just play her utterly wrong. With a good player on Caveira, like me, Serenity, the Godly Noob, etc., the attackers will have an imposing threat that will give them headaches the entire round. Where the f*** is she at? Oh my god, interrogation, run. As soon as you realize that when you make the enemy team say this on a consistent basis, is when you know you're doing things right with her. Caveira is very tricky to play at the higher levels, especially at my higher platinum level. Everyone knows that. And that most of the time, when you come up against a Caveira player yourself, it won't be that big of a deal. However, if you're patient enough to go through the process of learning her, it is not impossible to play her, even at the highest ranked levels. That's what a lot of people tend to get mixed up. How to get interrogations consistently. This is definitely one of the more advanced skills that you'll have to figure out when you play on a regular basis, but allow me to make the process a little easier for you. Hiding spots. Find good hiding spots. Treat your defense like it's a game of hide and seek. Because unless your team has too many roamers, this is by far the most consistent way to get interrogations in a game. Or even multiple of them in a single round. You'll notice in my gameplay all the time, whenever I play Caveira, as soon as I'm done with the hatches or reinforcements, I always look for places to hide. And let the enemy come my way. Because not only will it provide information to my teammates when they come to my area, but it's more likely than not will allow you to catch many people off guard or to interrogate a straggler or somebody who's doing a little wolf. Okay, with that out of the way, even if you don't get an interrogation or kill as the clock starts winding down for the attackers, that's when they'll expect you to go for a flank. So as soon as you start to see the fight slowing down, you'll need to be very vocal with your teammates that they should stay calm at that point and that you'll give them a nasty surprise. Be ready for the absolute hell though, because as soon as you interrogate somebody normally or during your flank, all the attention will come to you. And I mean all of it. And that's when the Spaz 15 becomes amazing. Because they'll push right into your shotgun. If you don't want to go for that risky flank, however, which isn't always a bad thing, rotating back to the objective just to camp it with your shotgun is almost guaranteed to work. Alpha's guarantee right here. Sometimes you just have to camp with the shotgun on sight and just mow them down.
Frag grenade out.
Make this as quick as possible. Here are my 3 final tips in order for you to succeed with Caveira. If there's someone alone and you hear someone come towards you as soon as you're interrogating someone, stop interrogating immediately and pull out your shotgun. As Cerny once said,
and it takes like way too much time to say that he stopped interrogating. So you just abuse that delay and it's so good.
he's right. I'll play you a clip of him doing just that.
I hear tons of people like main hallway to my left right now. Alright, I'm flanking.
Yeah, one in the stairs.
Holy shit.
Wait, where's the wall?
Double interrogation, boss? No, it's a bait interrogation.
Fake interrogation bait.
Trust me when I say it's not as easy as pressing the interrogation key for a second, calling it quits. It takes a lot of discipline, even for people like me, and a lot of good sound whoring in order to perfect the timing. And for my last two tips, try and go silent steps as often as possible, because not only will you be able to cover and be able to flank without much attention coming to you if you do this often, but you will also cover a ton of the map quickly with it. And as for my final, yet one of my greatest tips, go prone whenever there are no hostiles in order to avoid getting detected by Jackal. You saw it in my gameplay a lot, because after the buff to him, as well as people playing very selfishly a lot of the time in ranked, Jackal is a very appealing operator to many people, and that's how you counter him. Well guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoy my guide on how to make Caveira the enemy's worst nightmare. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to shoot down that like button, as it really helps me out a ton. And it's one of the only things out there that's completely free. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's see if we can smash 4 likes on this video. That's really gonna make my day, as I worked hard on this video yet again. And I really hope I made you understand this operator a lot better, because I know literally almost every trick in the book with her now. But until next time, peace out my comrades. Hoo-yah!